Alright, we are live. So in this session we're going to discuss about the online data science programs in India, but also abroad, but mostly in India. And in particular we will discuss about the online B.Sc degree and diploma program of IIT Madras. I came to know about it more recently, and I was going through the brochure of this program. So it's quite interesting. There is not much about it online. Well, there are a few YouTube videos, but also there are a few blogs, but not much is known about this program. It's very unique in its sense because the other online programs available in India are master's program. They are postgraduate diploma program or masters MSc programs, right? MSc or PG diploma programs. Whereas this is a bachelor's degree. This is a bachelor program or a diploma program. There are also some certification program open to only people with at least a bachelor's degree. In contrast, this is a bachelor's degree itself. So this is a program which is a bachelor's degree in itself, and it is open to even students who are just 12th pass, who are just fresh out of school. So it's very unique, one of its kind in India, and it is from the first glance I would say it looks very interesting and quite promising, but there are many nuances of it. There are many aspects to it we will going to discuss. Okay, and if you have questions, please let me know. Okay, if you go to IIT Madras website, in fact you can yes, so you can actually get to see the link to it, but if you simply do a Google search also, you can find the link to this B.Sc program. So we will first talk about this particular program, and then we will talk about other data science programs in general from other universities, be it IITs or IIMs, ISBs, or places like Upgrad or these places. Okay, we will talk about these programs also. There are some foreign universities also currently providing masters and PG diploma courses in India. So we will talk about that as well. But first, I'm going to take you through this brochure. The 16-page brochure is not that long. Normally the brochure is at least over 25-30 pages, but this seems to be quite concise one, and we can go through it in 10 to 15 minutes maximum. I think 15 minutes will be enough to discuss about this particular program. Okay, if you have questions, please let me know in the chat box. I will take your questions. If you want to contact me directly, you can use my email ID on the description to contact me to know more about this program, but also to know about other things. Okay, so either ways, it works for me. If you want to ask questions now, that's fine. Otherwise, you can also always contact me later on. That's also fine. Okay, so in front of us you can see the brochure. I've opened the brochure. IIT Madras online degree, online B.Sc degree and diploma program, programming and data science, and it starts January 2021. So it doesn't start in 2020, but 2021. So that's one thing to note. So those who are interested should hurry, because it's going to start in 4 months from now. I think the application process has started, and you should check the website. We will obviously see this, the dates and all, but okay, just to give you a quick heads up, yes, it is already going on, and you can contact IIT Madras if you are interested to take admission into this program. There are various things on this brochure. It starts with why learn programming and data science, why IIT Madras, online education, overall structure, terms, course structure, and the exam cities, fee, very important, fee structure, foundation level, and all different things. I've gone through this brochure actually once. It's most of the things are very clearly written down. However, there are few things which are not very clear to me, but I'm sure if you ask the admission committee or you write to the admission committee, you can get to know about it. You can get to know more about it, and it will be clearer to you. It starts with an introduction by the director of if you can find that in any brochure. It starts with a forward by the director. Let me read it out for you. It's pretty, actually it's not that important to go through the introduction actually, because most of the times is philosophy actually, but anyway, just to read it out for you. IIT Madras, India's top technical institute, welcomes you to the world's first online B.Sc degree program in programming and data science. For the first time, you can work towards an undergraduate degree diploma from an IIT regardless of age and location, with a wide range of academic backgrounds. Let me drink some water and then I'll come back. Sorry. Okay, so as is mentioned here that it's the first of its kind in India. We do not have B.Sc program in data science in other universities. So quite interesting to see that an institute of repute has started such a program, which will, I'm sure, be very popular. But it also, it remains to be seen if it is going to be well accepted in the industry, because it's an online program. But it's a bachelor's degree, right? Most of the other online programs are certification programs. So it remains to be seen to what extent this will be accepted by the industry. We'll talk about that also. And yes, I'm going to give my opinion. It's not that it is correct, but it's just based on my own experience and my knowledge, I'm going to give my opinion on this. But it does not mean that it will all be true. A lot of things are actually clear, so it's not that there is something not transparent about it. That's not the case here. It's pretty transparent, so anyone can go through this and get to know more about it. So it doesn't have to be like an expert telling you the details, but I'll try to clarify a few things. If you are completely new to data science, completely new to online learning and things like that, I hope that helps. Okay, again bit of a philosophy, why programming and data science. Okay, let me read it out for you. It's something, first of all, you might have already known about it from different sources, but good to know why actually you should pursue a programming and data science career, especially when you are not from a programming background. It goes like this: decision making is increasingly becoming data driven within the commercial sector and the government. There is a large quantity of data readily available for this at present. Smart devices connected to the internet bring more input sources apart from those generated by humans, and they interact with services and one another. Data driven decision making involves the analysis of large volumes of data to identify patterns and build predictive models. This requires a combination of skills ranging from computing, statistics, mathematics, and broadly leveled data science. As formal academic programs in data science are only just emerging, there is a huge gap between the demand for the data science and the supply for suitable qualified applicants in the job market. The thought, the throughout, the throughput of traditional classroom programs is limited and will not be able to provide the numbers needed to meet the upcoming requirements. Online teaching has the potential to train much larger numbers, but delivering scale without diluting quality has proven to be a challenge until recently. Our program therefore aims to create a thoroughly trained programmer proficient in application development, data science, and machine learning. So, few things are clear from the introduction itself. First thing, it clarifies why you should pursue a career in data science, why it is important to learn data science, what is data science is all about. So yeah, you probably will know that now with the online presence of everything that we do these days, there is a gamut of data with all the companies, with government, NGOs, you name it. All organizations these days have huge amount of data at their disposal. So in order to take good decisions, it's important therefore to salvage the data that organizations have with them, and therefore the demand for data scientists has increased manifold in the last few years, in the last 10 years or so, 8 to 9 years, but 10 years overall. So that's the first thing it talks about. And then what is data science? Well, it requires a combination of skills. It's a bit vague as to how you can define data science, but we can vaguely define it as a intersection of computing, statistics, and mathematics, and I call it as data science. Second thing, it makes it very clear that you do not have to be from these backgrounds to be able to learn data science and pursue a career in data science. That means you do not have to be from computing, statistics, or mathematics to be able to start a career in data science. You can be from other fields also. Second thing it talks about here is that the formal academic degree or programs in data science are just emerging and not available in many universities. That is true actually. In India, there are not many bachelor's or master's programs in data science. There are only few, and IIT Madras, as in this program, is perhaps the only online bachelor's degree I know of in India. I know that there are bachelor's program abroad outside of India, but in India, this is the only online bachelor's degree that we have so far. So it's an emerging field. There are not many full-time programs. There are simply not many graduates with a formal degree in data science. So there is a gap in the demand and supply. So there is a high demand of data scientists, but supply is less. So those who will learn data science right now will find it easy to find good jobs in the market. That's what it means. Next thing it talks about is that it's always difficult to train more and more people offline, as in-person classes, but it can certainly be done through online. That means you can train more people through online mode, and that exactly is what IIT Madras is planning to do. It is planning to train people online rather than offline, and this therefore is an online program. So right, and last thing, it is clear that the intention is to train people to become programmer with machine learning or data science skills. That is clear, and I'll talk about why this is very important. Because you have data scientists working as programmer, but you also have data scientists not working as programmer but in other fields. Whether this program will help in that second type of data science career, it is not very clear yet, but we will go through this brochure, and I'm sure when we go through the details of what's being written down in this brochure, we will get to know more. Okay, so then it's bit about IIT Madras. I think most of us in India know about IIT Madras. Is one of the elite institution we have in India. One of the first few IITs to have been established in India. Certainly the only IIT in south of India. Now we have more IITs, but in the South India there was only one IIT, right? That was in IIT Madras. That was in Chennai, IIT Madras, right? So it was established very long ago. It was established in 1956, which is like 60 years back, more than 60 years back. It provides education mostly in engineering, but also in pure science, social science, also management. IIT Madras is involved in online education for the last decade or so. Initially with the NPTEL program. NPTEL, as many of you know, is a platform to provide high quality technical educations to people through online mode. You can go to NPTEL and get yourself registered, and you can also take courses there. They have a YouTube channel, also very famous YouTube channel, and very good courses there. And it is the first MOOC in India, and perhaps one of the first few MOOCs in the world. Then we have SWAYAM program by the government of India. There also IIT Madras participates. So what it basically means is that IIT Madras has good experience with delivering online education in past. Then it talks about the overall structure of this program. Okay, so it is a B.Sc program in online B.Sc program in data science, but there are 3 levels of it. One is foundation level, the second one is diploma level, the third one is the degree level. So you can exit at any of these 3 levels. So depending on your requirement, depending on your situation, you will then choose, and it is flexible as to whether you want to exit, as in you want to simply exit the course at the foundation level. You are done with foundation level, you are allowed to do that. So that's quite flexible. So it's good to know that it's a flexible program with 3 different levels. So here you see here, right, you start with an entry, you write a qualifier assignment exam, and then if you qualify, only then you will get an admission. Okay, we'll talk about the qualifier and all, but okay, just to make sure that not everybody can do this, you have to first do a qualifier assignment and exam, and only if you are able to complete that, you will be able to move to the foundation level, which is the first level. It consists of 8 courses. You can do it in 8 months to 3 years. That means in a 8 to 3 months period you can do that, and then you can exit after that with a certificate, foundational certificate from IIT Madras. Okay, so that's basically spending 8 to 1 year time to get a certificate from IIT Madras in data science. Then if you want to continue further, you can do the second level, which is the diploma level. Okay, the diploma level in data science. There you have to do 12 courses over a period of 12 months to 3 years, depending on how fast you can complete. Some people can complete the courses very easily and very quickly, others will take time. So it's flexible. You don't have to complete the courses in 1 year time. You can take more time also. So that's what it means. Third one is the degree level. The third level is the degree level. If you are after the diploma level also, you can exit the course, and what you will get is a diploma certificate in programming or a diploma in data science, and then you are done. Okay, you can move on. If you want to continue further, the third level is the degree level, which consists of 11 courses and you have to do it over a period of 12 to 3 years again. If you are sincere, you can complete all 3 levels in a duration of less than 3 years, right? 8 months, 12 months and 12 months, so that's 2 and little over 2.5 years, right? So if you are good candidate, you are sincere, you can complete the course well within 3 years. But it is also flexible, so you can complete the course in more than, by taking more than 3 years as well, so that's still fine. And the good thing is that, you know, if in case you decide not to continue, you still can have a certificate. You will not be a dropout, your money and your time will not be wasted, you will definitely get a certificate. But obviously if you continue for the entire period, you will get a bachelor's degree. There are 31 courses in total, 116 credits. Completion time is 3 to 6 years. That means the minimum time required to complete the course is 3 years and the maximum is 6 years. Fee, it based on the courses that you do. If you go for foundation, the fee is different from if you go for diploma and for the degree. So it differs, and we will talk about it later on in this session. Then there is a bit about the online courses and the quiz that you know that will be there as part of the course. We will also discuss about that. This is how the term structure look like. Term structure is basically, you know, how the exams will happen and so on. So it basically starts with January. You know, you have January, February, March, April, and then you have May, June, July, August. This is trimester structure. Okay, so you have some trimester, okay, in a year, which is good. I guess that's the way they have also in IIT, not sure, I mean for the full-time programs, but looks okay to me. Okay, what else shall we discuss? Course structure. There are 3 levels as we have discussed. Here you see the levels, right? So you will have classes, but also have exams at each level. You'll have quiz and exam and so on, much like how you have for all a full-time program. All that will also be there. Assessments. So 12-week course will have 1 assignment every week. Each assignment has to be submitted perfect. Then you will have to get a certain score to be declared as a pass candidate, as in to be able to pass that level. Okay, so that's so you have assignments, you have quizzes also, like you have quizzes in the in a full-time program, right? Every class, after every class you are given a quiz to do the quiz, and based on what you get the score, that will be counted in the final end term exam. And then finally you have an end term exam. I think that's the way you also have the exams in IIT B.Tech and M.Tech programs in IIT. Pass criteria in each course. So 40% you have to get in order to pass the course, I guess. I think 40% on average in the quiz and 60% in the end term score. No, sorry. So it's like the weightage will be 40% and 60%. Okay, so we are not that interested. Okay, fine. You know, if you are interested to go for this course, I'm sure this is something that you will find in all university in India. Most university, technical university in particular, like IITs and ITs and all state technical universities, where this format is followed. So there's nothing different, there's nothing special. If you are already a bachelor's, you are having a bachelor's degree, you are already familiar with that. If you are fresh out of school and wanting to get into this program, you will eventually be familiar with, and you don't have to worry about this, because that's not a deciding factor whether you should go for it or not. And the intention of this particular session is to understand okay, the different aspect of this course, and you may also ask me questions if you have questions. exam cities. Okay, so there are, I think, 3 to 4 cities is where the examinations will be held. That's what I read somewhere. It doesn't matter actually, because most of the exams will be, I think, online, I think, but the end term exam will be offline, so you have to travel to a city. Course fee, okay, it depends a lot on your category, on the category that you belong to. So whether you are a general, OBC, or you are SC and ST, so all that will determine your how much money you have to pay. Okay, good thing is that for SC/ST and for person with disability, the course fee is very, very low, which is wonderful. For OBC and general candidate, depending on your family income, you will have to pay the fee. I think yes, if you have family income less than 1 lakh, then and you are also from general, I mean, regardless of your category, the total fee is, I don't know how much. I think it is like yeah, like less than 60,000, which is not much, I would say, right? So that is there. Yeah, I mean, it's clear. So for general candidate with over 5 lakhs of income, family income, 32,000 for the first level, 1 lakh 10,000 for second level, and 1 lakh for third. So in total that comes out to be 3.5 lakh, even less than that. That's not much in my view, actually, right? You are getting a bachelor's degree from IIT within less than 3 lakh. That's wonderful. So fee is not a problem in my view. So if you are working already, you are a working professional, it shouldn't be a challenge. You can pay it. If you are a student, I think it's a bit more challenging because it's an online program. The problem with online program is that it is very unlikely to be considered a full-time program. So IIT Madras will not ask you to be a full-time student. In fact, it will ask you to be a full-time student somewhere else in a full-time program, and then do it parallelly. And then if you have to pay money in both the programs, it will be a challenge for you. So in my view, that could be one consideration you should make before enrolling, so whether you can manage both. But I think this is mostly targeted to working professionals who are already graduate or postgraduate, and they want to enhance their data science skills, learn something new, and then foray into this field. For them it is quite good because it's a proper it is a proper education for 3 long years, and then you get a degree, and then you can make use of it in your career after that. Foundation level, okay, the bit about foundation level registration and the course I'll take you through in brief. Okay, so you basically learn mathematics for data science, computational thinking, programming in Python, English, and all this, so basics actually, and you pay 8,000 rupees. Okay, fine, from IIT Madras, makes sense. I'm sure the quality of the course would also be quite good. For sure this is not going to fetch you a data science job, these basics things, but surely it's going to give you a good foundation. Then the diploma level, which the fee ranges between somewhere like 1,10,000, something like that, for a general candidate. What are the things that we're going to learn? Well, you're going to learn database management system, modern applications, development, programming, data structure, programming concepts using Java, and some skill enhancement. Okay, so basic, I get a feeling that it is not just a data science course, it's also a programming course. That means you will also learn programming beside data science. So makes sense. Yeah. Diploma in data science then. So these are the things you will learn. Okay, so these are sorry. After the foundation, you can go for diploma in programming, or you can go for diploma in data science. So you can go for either diploma in programming or diploma in data science. In diploma in data science, you will learn different from, okay, so I was going through diploma in programming, so that's therefore it's different. For diploma in data science, you will learn machine learning foundation, business management, machine learning theory, business analytics, machine learning practice, skill enhancement, which is fine. So it's heavily machine learning focused. Okay, one issue I think which is not very clear here is that I think that it's not mentioned whether they will also have projects and all. I assume that they also have projects. They are not explicitly mentioning it here, but I think they are also giving you projects to do. And then at the degree level, which will cost you ₹1,00,000, you will learn more about electives. I think there are a lot of electives. Computer system, computer application, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So you a lot of options to choose from. Operating system, software testing, deep learning, things like that. So it's a wonderful degree, not just for people who would like to enter into data science, but also those who are interested to learn computer science, to get into this field, to get into a proper software development job. I think for them also it's wonderful, and especially people coming from non-CS background, non-computer science background, it's a wonderful opportunity in my view, and it doesn't cost much, so it's worth doing this course in my view, especially if you are from a non-technical educational background. Important dates: last date is 15th September, so 3 weeks from today. The qualifier list will be declared on 5th of October. I think, okay, the selection is like, okay, they will give an assignment to do. If you are able to do that, then you get admission. Fine. Okay, there will be some qualifier exam as well in November. Okay, that's well, I don't know if okay, so like there are some over 200,000 applicants, so it's also getting a lot of attention. So okay, but you should write. If you are interested in any of these programs, I think it's worth taking the course. I'll discuss about, I'll compare with other online programs, but for a moment, okay, these are the dates. I think the session will start 1st of January. You have regular entry and diploma entry. I think diploma entry is for some people who are already familiar with programming and data science, and they want to enhance their knowledge by having another diploma, but I think that's something they haven't started yet. So this particular brochure, this particular the timelines that we just saw is only for this regular entry. And some requirements, like you must be having mathematics and English in class 10th. I think most of us in India have mathematics and English. There is no requirement for the class 12, but I think the minimum requirement is that you should have cleared class 12. That's wonderful, right? Anyone with a class 12, anyone with just class 12 can enroll for this program, which is great. However, there are few things I suggest that if you are a student, it's better to go for a full-time program rather than this. You may argue that okay, this is more like IGNO, but IGNO is very specialized in providing online or correspondence degrees. IIT Madras is not, so I'm not sure this degree will be considered equivalent of a IGNO bachelor's degree. So that's something I'm not sure about, because even IGNO bachelor's degree are not considered as bachelor's degree in many companies, because many companies will want you to have a full-time bachelor's degree. So good to go for a full-time degree. So don't, if you are going for this, make sure that you at least have a full-time degree somewhere. I mean, pursue both instead of simply relying on this one. If you are a master's holder, I think it's a wonderful opportunity. If you are a working professional already having a bachelor's degree, this is also a wonderful option. Let me compare with other masters or other online programs that we have in India. We have IIMs providing the PG diploma, ISP providing, and some of these on NITs and some other institutions are providing. Upgrade is one place, I think, where you have a bunch of masters program in AI, machine learning, and things like that. But in my view, the quality of this is much better than the other programs. Why? Because first of all, it's a 3-year program. You need time to learn a lot of this concept. It's not like you can learn everything in 6 months time. Secondly, it is giving emphasis to both programming and data science, and not just teaching you the data science jargon, which many programs are doing. And thirdly, the cost is not that high. Okay, the cost of this program is very reasonable, and I think it is quite okay, given if you compare to the cost with other PG diploma programs. It is more, it's like 2 lakhs, something like that. So why spend 2 lakhs if you can go for this and get a degree from IIT? Right, placements, I don't think they will provide you placements, so but I'm sure it will help. So in my view, this is better than most online programs that I have come across in India. So good one. I think you must go if you are interested. To know more about it, you can always contact them. You can call them directly. You can write to them to know your eligibility or to know other things about this program. I will end the session by talking a bit about career in data science and education and what's going on at the moment. Well, 10 years back when I started my career, there was no field called data science. Although we were working in machine learning and statistical modeling, but we were not called data scientists back then. We used to be called analytics professionals. Things changed drastically because of after 2012-13. I think by 14 things changed a lot. Why it changed? Because few things. I think the e-commerce thing changed a lot after 2014, right? Especially in India, where there was everything. For everything you can do using an app, whether ordering food or buying something, groceries, clothes, everything. So the online presence with Facebook, WhatsApp, everything, the amount of data being generated these days is huge, and you need people who can analyze this data, and for that you need data scientists. If not people to build models, but at least to collect data and to be able to analyze this. And that's when it does produce so many options, career options. There were no degrees back then. Now you have so many. In my view, you do not have to study data science to be a data scientist. If you are a computer science graduate, if you are a statistics graduate, I think you have enough knowledge to start working as a data scientist. But if you are not from economics, statistics, or computer science, or even a STEM field, it's better to go for a full-time program, or a part-time program is still fine, but good to go for a regular program where you will be taught for 1 year instead of these certifications or doing it in data company. What's going on during this pandemic is that data scientists are being laid off like other professionals. So there's nothing special that data science is such a wonderful career that you will never be having bad times. That's not true. It also depends on whether you have other skills. For example, if you're a developer at the same time as a data scientist, then it's better rather than just a specialist data scientist. That's less valuable for you, because in the times that we live in, you need multiple skills to survive, to sustain. Similarly, for a data scientist in finance, you should also be an expert in risk management, finance, and so on, so that you will be valued by the company and you can be used in other things in tough times when the demand for a given skill goes down. It is a tough time for all of us. It's a tough time for job seekers, students, those who are graduating this year, or even the ones who will be graduating next year. It will be a very tough time finding a job. But the good thing about being in tough time is that it gives you it challenges you it's to learn more and to be better at it, so that when the times will be better, when the situation becomes better, you can take the full advantage of the opportunity that will be coming in your way. Alright, so that's all I wanted to talk to you today. And let me know if you have questions in the comment section, or you can also write to me. Thank you.